The sun set one clear evening in Clarksville, and I just sat there staring at the wall. The cracks formed a picture in my mind. A woman who had met me with years of hardship. Her eyes explained that she had been young once, and the bags underneath explained that she would never be again. She carried a flaming torch, and she wore a trench coat and fedora. I let my eyes wander to see what the other cracks in the wall formed. A sword, a man with wings. I shuddered to think, that's how people see me who don't really know me. I'm still their angel of death. Some people in Clarksville talk about me like I'm a legend. But I don't like that. Let me be famous online, on the dark web, where people can see the real me. I don't need people in the real world seeing my face. It's been years since I've been part of normal, but there is one who would still remember me. I had a friend that lived next door to us, Azul. We played together in the woods ever since we were children, but we never saw each other past the age of 15, not after the fire. My parents seldom went anywhere, but that night we all went to a movie theater. I don't even remember why we did it. Not having enough seats, Azul and I sat separated from our parents. And in the end, that's the only thing that saved us. A fire broke out and tore through the walls and the screen. We never ran so fast in our lives, but we'd only look back once we'd escaped. Before the smoke covered everything, we could see our parents. Everyone was so crammed together, it looked like a giant crowd of people just tied into a knot. I couldn't tell whose arms were whose or whose legs belonged to who. They all were trying in vain just to get out. They wanted to escape. They wanted to be free. We tried to be heroes. We tried so hard to open that door, but we just were not strong enough. So many people being smashed against the other side of the door. For a split second, there was an opening, and we could see our parents on the other side before it slammed shut. I could hear their bones breaking through that large metal obstacle. It was chaos. They were terrified and they were helpless. We just weren't strong enough to be the heroes we needed to be. If they would have just stopped pushing it shut. We yelled and yelled and yelled at them to stop. But they just kept pushing it shut. Eventually all their cries died out. They were either crushed to death or swallowed by the flames. I ran away from all of it. I didn't attend any funerals. I didn't stay at our house, none of that. The streets became my home and remained that way for the next 15 years. I killed people to satisfy my hunger. Something I wasn't allowed to do even in my previous backwoods society. I liked it. Killing made me happy. But one day, one cold October day, there was no one left to kill. All the drug dealers were dead or in prison. All the crooks were floating down the river, and all the homeless pedophiles were being eaten up by birds. I sat alone as always, hiding at the end of an alleyway when I heard Azul. He called out to me. He'd always been searching for me even after all those years. He begged and said he just wanted to talk. I never made a sound. That night, Azul went away early, and another man called out to me. I sat up and listened closely. It was an older man's voice, and he didn't say the name I was used to being called. Instead, he called me Killer. I didn't run even as the voice drew closer. "Shut your eyes," he said to me gently, and I obeyed. It was then that he told me who he was. It was Dickens. And he had a job for me to do.